John, in 2011, it seemed like you were maybe WWE's next breakout star. You were kind of among the favorites to win the Royal Rumble as far as the fans were concerned. You actually main evented Extreme Rules, but you ultimately fell short of winning the world title. Do you feel like maybe WWE kind of squandered an opportunity with you when you were red hot to put that world title around your waist?
No. I mean, I also, like, in the midst of all that, had like a ruptured vertebrae in my neck, and I couldn't feel my right arm. I was out for 4 months. I came back early. I rushed back early, and I still was getting tingly feelings in my arm. I wasn't healthy enough to be champion at that time. I am now, but it's like everybody that says like there's an opportunity that was squandered or they should have pushed me. If they'd only pushed me, I would have done this or that. They're not really thinking about the big picture. I actually think in retrospect now, when I come back, if I was in the world title or WWE heavyweight championship title picture, it would mean more. It definitely would mean more to me than coming back to try to reclaim the title, then coming back to try to win it for the first time. It's a goal that I've had since I was a kid, and I haven't yet accomplished that goal, and I feel like it's something that I need to do before my wrestling career is over. And it's just the fact that it means the world to me. I think fans are going to be able to see that it means that much to me, and it's going to mean more to them too. So I think it's actually ironically good that I didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship, and then leave for neck surgery or something. So I'm just looking at everything as the glass is half full. It's going to be a good opportunity for me to get back, and it's going to mean the world to me when I get that opportunity again.
Hey, John, I watched you pretty much your whole career. I watched you on, audition for Tough Enough and come up through the ranks and really develop into one of the best in-ring workers. But when you won Tough Enough and you started to train really backstage and you went to all the shows, were you met with any animosity or resentment because you came up through the ranks from Tough Enough?
Yeah, a little bit. Me and Matt Capitelli, when we first got to Louisville, here we are, like two guys from MTV, and we're going out to bars, and the Bashams and Conley and Dinsmore have been at OVW and are 50 times better at wrestling than we are, straight from MTV. We go out to bars, and all the girls at the bars want our autographs and not them. So there's a little animosity. Then, on top of that, we're making twice as much as those guys. They know that. So there's a little bit more animosity, and they also know that we're going to get a first looked at by the writers and the creative team, because they just invested all that time into Tough Enough and us as products of Tough Enough. So, honestly, if the animosity that we felt was well deserved. And I will say this, all those guys that I just mentioned, the Bashams, Nick Dinsmore, Rob Conway, ended up being some of my best friends and mentors in the business, because I think when you get into wrestling, if you're a dick, people notice it. But if your heart's in the right spot and you're trying to learn and you're not that good, but you're humble and you're trying your best, people see that too. And I think in the case of me and Capitelli too, we came in and we just wanted to get better at wrestling, and people saw that, and eventually we ended up getting along really well with everybody.
Well, you know what? We were talking about you on the indie scene. I got to see you House of Hardcore 2 in Philadelphia against Too Cold Scorpio and the dance-off. It was amazing. I love the whole bit. It was one of the best moments of the night. Talk about the indie scene and how it compares to everything else you've experienced in the wrestling industry.
The indie scene is great because there's nobody. It's great. It's a double-edged sword. It's creatively stimulating. There's nobody there, especially in my case, to tell me that any of my ideas are stupid. So that means I can pretty much do whatever I want. And at any indie show, pretty much the same is true for most of the guys, especially the guys in the top spots, which creates an interesting environment, because now people are just going out there trying to think of the most innovative stuff they can think of. And a lot of times stuff suffers because of that. If the third match in the card is doing havoc runners to the floor and double moonsaults and stuff, then the matches after that are going to be they're going to have to tell a different story than that first match. So a lot of times, like, the flow of a show is upset by that because there's nobody really overseeing and micromanaging. And that in and of itself, I think, is the cool thing about independent wrestling. You don't really know what you're going to get. Sometimes, like, a story might not make as much sense, but you might see some spots for things that you would never see anywhere else. I mean, I've saw somebody get powerbombed into a shopping cart, got, like, spine busted onto a cinder block, a double moonsault from the top rope to the floor. Like, a lot of the stuff that you see, just you can't see for safety reasons, insurance in WWE, and the risk factor. I mean, there's the risk of getting injured, that's always there, but there's the risk of blowing a spot and making everybody feel and look stupid. And on national TV, especially if it's live, you can't take that risk. But on an independent show, I mean, you shouldn't take that risk anyway, but a lot of guys do.
They sure do. There's people do crazy spots all over the place with that. BG? Oh no, I'm Chai, sorry.
Yeah, John, you haven't even been out of WWE for 2 years, but there's really been a lot of roster turnover with a lot of younger guys coming up recently. Of anyone on the current WWE roster who you haven't had the opportunity to work with, who would you most like to either have a match with or even have an entire feud against?
Man, you know, like, I was coming in right as I was leaving right as Damian Sandow was going in, and man, like, him and I were friends in Louisville. Like, we got to Louisville, I mean, a few months apart in 2002, 2003, and since then, like, we've been in touch through our whole careers, and I wrestled him, like, a lot back in Louisville, like 10 years ago. But I haven't really wrestled the character of Damian Sandow, and I would love to have a feud with him just because I think he's improved so dramatically. His character is so full, and I think it would be a really good foil to what I bring to the ring. So that would be one. But I mean, a lot of the guys, you know, Johnny Curtis as Fandango is great. The Shield. I think I would have a really good. I mean, I think me and Seth Rollins, or what? I don't even know if that's his name now.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
I think me and him would have great matches. I mean, I could definitely teach him a thing or two about working out. But I think our styles would mesh really well. Same with those other guys, Leaki and Dean Ambrose, all the guys in the Shield. Antonio Cesaro is really interesting. I never had the chance to wrestle him either. Zeb Coulter, I think, is a great character, and I think that whole package of the Un-Americans or the Americans, whatever, is a really interesting faction now. I don't know. Everybody in WWE makes TV for a reason, and it's there's something really interesting and exciting about wrestling anybody on that show, because there's strengths and weaknesses and differences in styles that would present an interesting matchup for me across the board.
BG, final question?
Yeah, John. Yeah, using Out of Your Mind Fitness, how much time would someone like Donnie have to dedicate to finally get down to a healthy weight?
How much does he weigh now?
I mean, Donnie's like 400 pounds.
That's not true.
So we keep telling him he has to eat healthy, he has to work out, and we're pushing Out of Your Mind Fitness on him to try to finally get down. So, you know, how much time does he have to dedicate?
Well, it's different for everybody. I mean, I promise if he spent 6 weeks using Out of Your Mind Fitness, he would be in the best shape that he's been in years. Is Donnie on the phone?
Yeah, I'm the host, dude. They're burying me for no reason. I'm a svelte 185.
I didn't know if you hung up or something and went to get some Cheetos to snack on.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, I figured. Dude, 6 weeks to be in the shape of your life. If you really made the commitment to quit snacking on Cheetos, and honestly, if you made the commitment to eat healthy, to try to eat like 500 or so calories less than your daily burn every day, follow Out of Your Mind Fitness, and sleep, cut back your alcohol, cut back junk. I mean, most people know what junk is. It's not rocket science. like potato chips, French fries, ice cream, brownies, stuff that is really tasty usually.
Yeah, just say everything I like.
Yeah, just stop eating everything you like. No, but just you cut all that stuff back. You start eating less calories. Start working out more, and you'll definitely get into the best shape of your life. Then once you see that trend, it's up to you to say like, hey, I want to get in better shape. I want to keep pushing. I want to eat healthier. I want to work out harder. Then the sky's the limit. You can go as far as you want.
Okay, M. Chai, you got one more question? Sorry.
Yeah, John. Just before we let you go, I think there's one thing that wrestling fans have been kind of dying to know about, and it's this: your last WWE T-shirt. On it said, "We're gonna eat your lunch," and it's kind of a joke among the internet wrestling fans why it said that. Can you give any insight to that?
What are the opinions? What do people think?
People have no idea. They think it's some sort of a joke. I have no clue why it said that either.
I always assumed it was a sexual innuendo.
I know why.
Well, there were
monkeys
on the shirt too.
I know why I put it on there, and there's a couple different reasons why I really pushed hard for it, and even everyone in the creative department thought it was a stupid idea. But I don't want to just give that away because then suddenly not everyone, but then suddenly a lot of people are going to be wrong and some people are going to be right. And I think the true meaning of stuff like that should be found between the true meaning of a film or a piece of art should be found between the spectator and the piece itself. So if I were to just come out and say what it was supposed to mean, it'd give it away. Ask me again in a year, I might have a different answer. But for now, I'm going to just leave that up to everyone's imaginations.
So that the term on the back of the T-shirt is your Mona Lisa, is what I'm hearing?
Now you're putting words in my
mouth. Listen, this
the mystery lives on.
The mystery lives on.
It might be like my Mona Lisa, or it might be my kindergarten finger painting picture. One or the other. I don't know.
Oh, amazing. Listen,
put it on the fridge.
This was a great interview.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your time, Mr. Morrison. Please tell us, everybody, where they can find you, where they can find all the movies you're working on, your Out of Your Mind Fitness. Tell them where they can find you.
All right, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at The Real Morrison. You can check out Out of Your Mind Fitness at www.ooymfitness.com. Keep an eye out for Dangerous Games, Get Justice, The Factory, The Darkness Descending. All these movies are in post-production. Darkness Descending is coming out very soon. Also, Boone the Bounty Hunter is my passion project, a movie that I co-wrote that I'm going to gear up and start shooting hopefully by the end of the year, but you know how movies go. So hopefully by the end of the year, Boone the Bounty Hunter will be in production, and I'll start posting some pictures of the sizzle trailer in a few months for Boone the Bounty Hunter so people know what that's all about. Basically, it's a narcissistic bounty hunter who does parkour to catch his bounties. Action stuff. Good stuff. And that's it. And and make sure, Donnie, I don't know, do you have a copy of Out of Your Mind Fitness already?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
And he has the Jeff Hardy app.
It's definitely better than Jeff Hardy app. Listen,
you can find the Jeff Hardy app at the App Store.
it's right next to the other things you don't buy. John Morrison, thank you.
I spent this whole interview selling Jeff Hardy's phone app. Okay, yeah. All right, guys, you're welcome.
We really appreciate it, dude. Everybody go check out John Morrison. Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate your time.
All right, take care.